All right, there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to pick number 9 of my 31 favorite rock and pop albums of the 70s countdown, which we've been doing each and every day this month here in August 2023. 31 days in the month. We're picking out our 31 general rock and pop albums, right? Not the hard rock and metal stuff, though some of these albums rock a bit. Not the progressive rock stuff, not the southern rock stuff, not the jazz and fusion stuff, right? Just general rock and pop albums. There's lots of great ones in the decade that was the 70s. And today, for my pick number 9, it's a 7th studio album from this British band. I have a ton of history with this album. I remember buying this one, came out October 28th, 1977. I probably bought it early. I may have bought it right around that time, maybe early '78, right? I think I probably bought it early '78, and I remember seeing the album cover in the stores, in the CD shop, in the record shop, in New York City, at J&R Music World, thinking, my God, I love that album cover. I don't know who the band is, but I'm buying it. It was the first time I ever bought an album by this band. Recorded at Music Led Studios in Munich for Jet Records, United Artists, CBS Records, produced by Jeff Lynne. Yes, I'm talking about Out of the Blue by the Electric Light Orchestra, otherwise known as ELO. I mean, as a probably 12-year-old kid, I couldn't pass this up. I remember, just holding that up, and I was thinking, my God, look at that gorgeous-looking spaceship. It's so sci-fi. I love sci-fi stuff because, of course, Star Wars was all the rage at the time, and I'm like, I don't know who Electric Light Orchestra is, but I love that album cover, and it's a double. And I think, if I remember correctly, I paid like $7.99 for it on sale or something like that, right? I had to have it. Absolutely had to have it. And I brought it home and have been kind of amazed by the music on this album ever since. And, at the time, because, I was a huge Kiss fan at the time, this really spoke to me, but totally not like Kiss at all. But there was something magical about the songs and the production and the instrumentation, and it started me on a lifelong journey of love with this band. And I immediately went out. I believe the second album I got from them was Face the Music, which I really love a lot. And then I think A New World Record was the next one I got. I'm trying to think of On the Third Day was next, or if I got that after Discovery came out, back in '79. I don't quite remember. But before you know it, I had everything that they put out. I think by the time Discovery came out, and maybe shortly thereafter that, I had every ELO album from the whole decade. I was just scooping up their stuff left and right. El Dorado. I mean, the whole 9 yards, everything. Just loved it all, and I liked how all the albums were kind of really different from each other, right, up until a point. Very, very catalog. Anyway, of course, Jeff Lynne, lead and backing vocals, lead and rhythm guitars, various different synthesizers and keyboards and things, right? Bev Bevan on the drums and percussion backing vocals. Richard Tandy, the man. Every sort of keyboard you could possibly imagine. I'm just going to read off some stuff. Yamaha piano, Wurlitzer electric piano, ARP 2600, Mini Moog, Poly Moog, ARP Omni, Odyssey, Hohner clavinets, Mellotron M400. Plays a little guitar in here as well. You got Kelly Grocott on co-lead vocals on a track, harmony and backing vocals, as well as bass guitar. Mick Kaminsky on violin, Hugh McDowell on cello, and Melvin Gale on cello as well. And such a unique band, right? Incorporating rock and pop music with classical and symphonic arrangements. And here, you have you have an entire orchestra playing on here as well, right? And that was the Lewis Clark Orchestra, right? Lewis Clark, of course, the conductor. And a lot of great songs on here, a lot of hits on this album. And again, this album has the mix of kind of like dreamy art or progressive rock, sort of, right? ELO, one of those art rock bands that kind of like, you could call some of their stuff prog, but I never really thought of them as a full-on prog band, although they did have their moments. But more importantly, there's just great pop on here. There's, God, dare I say, almost like disco-y moments at times, but I don't mind it at all because I think it works within the confines of this album. Of course, there's all sorts of conceptual stuff going on here. But anyway, back to the songs. Turn to Stone kicks it off. I mean, when you were gone, I turned to stone. I mean, just such an amazing, catchy song. I love Turn to Stone. It's Over follows. Really cool song. Great chorus. Then you got Sweet Talking Woman. That's probably their disco hit on the album. I personally love Sweet Talking Woman. So bouncy, so rhythmic, great groove. Then you got Across the Border. Right, big sweeping symphonic swells. The orchestra's great on that. Then of course over on side 2 you got Night in the City, again kind of groovy, kind of disco-y. Starlight, great pop song. Jungle, one of the couple rockers on the album. Believe Me Now, that's kind of like a sweeping instrumental. You got Stepping Out, haunting vocal harmonies on that. Over on side 3 you got this is the Concerto for a Rainy Day side. It's amazing. You got Standing in the Rain, getting soaking wet. I mean, just so dramatic, right? Big wheels turning, baby I know. I used to play this album over and over again and sing every line, and just was just so swept up by this album. Summer and Lightning, okay, that's kind of playful. And then, of course, Mr. Blue Sky. How many times have you seen Mr. Blue Sky or heard Mr. Blue Sky on the radio, on a commercial, everywhere and everywhere? It's Mr. Blue Sky is just absolutely magical. And then over on side 4, you got Sweet as the Night. Again, kind of like another kind of poppy, disco-y ballad. The Whale is a wonderful instrumental. Richard Tandy and his array of keyboards and synthesizers just doing all sorts of amazing things. You got Birmingham Blues, right, which is another kind of bluesy rocker. And then Wild West Hero to kind of finish it all off. Again, another great song with symphonic arrangements and just a excellent vocal from Jeff Lynne. I mean, to me, this is one of those timeless albums. Yes, it sounds like it's from the 70s, but man, it just never gets old. So, and artwork, everything, the instrumentation. I remember like being a kid, and this came with this big booklet and the LP and the vinyl, and I remember like opening it all up, and it's got the great centerpiece there, and looking at like they listed like every single instrument that every guy in the band played, right? And I remember just looking at all this stuff, and I'm like, I don't know what half this stuff is. And I'm looking at Richard Tandy's list of keyboards, and I'm like, what is all this stuff, right? But then you listen to the music, it is so amazingly produced. I mean, this is one of the greatest productions on a rock or pop album of the time period. I think we did a show here on the channel a while back. I don't remember, maybe it was on the Hudson Valley Squares, or maybe Martin Popoff and I did it, where we talked about some of our favorite albums from a production standpoint, and this made my top 5 or top 10. I just think it's just absolute ear candy. All right, let's look at the charts. We got a lot here. Australia number 3, Canada number 2, Dutch charts number 3, France, number 14, Japan, number 32, New Zealand, number 6, Norway, number 3, Sweden, number 2, UK, number 4, US Billboard charts, number 4, and Germany, number 6. And then when the reissue came out in 2007, that's this one right here. This is the 2007 remaster. Back on the UK charts at number 18. As far as certifications go, this is platinum in Canada. 100,000 copies sold. Germany, gold, 250,000 copies. Netherlands, gold, 50,000 units. UK, platinum, 300,000 units. And in the States, 1 million copies sold, platinum. It was a double album, so maybe that's really kind of 500,000 because it's counted twice. That's probably what that's all about. But still pretty good really good for a double album, I would say. And let's see, anything else we got here? Let's take a look at the singles, shall we? What do we got? All right, Turn to Stone was released October 1977 in the UK. Mr. Blue Sky was released January 78 in the UK. Here in the States, we got Sweet Talking Woman, February 78, Wild West Hero, May 78, and It's Over, released in October 1978. So about a year after this album came out, still releasing singles, still being played. Yeah, a magical album. That is my pick for today, Out of the Blue, by the Electric Light Orchestra, otherwise known as ELO. Let us know what you think of this album down in the comments below, as well as your pick for today, pick number 9, and we'll see you tomorrow for pick number 8 as we count our way towards number 1, and that gives way then to our favorite albums of the 60s coming up, starting September 1st. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, as well as our merch page. Thanks in advance for all your support there. We got new UK Connection shirts, all sorts of new stuff, so go investigate the merch page. We also got Cameo now, so if you want to go to Cameo and have me create a personalized video for you, I can do that as well, and that's just search for Pete Pardo on Cameo. And we've got a whole bunch of them that have happened so far, so thank you all for your Cameo requests, and we'll see you soon. Don't touch that dial, because we got new album reviews coming up at you momentarily. So don't touch that dial. It is Wednesday, new album review day. I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you real soon here on the channel. Bye-bye.